There's nothing like hometown sports. The roar of the crowd, the thrill of Friday night lights, and the pride of seeing our young athletes give everything they've got. This season, your business can stand right beside them by becoming a sponsor of the MIAA Media Local Sports Network, covering football, hockey, basketball, soccer, and Milford Legion baseball. Support the teams, celebrate the athletes, and stay atop of the mind with thousands of passionate local families who love our coverage. Join the businesses that invest in our community's future. Visit myfmdigital.com to book a meeting today.
Live from Lowell, Massachusetts here at the Tsonga Center, we've got the Division 5 Girls Basketball Championship game between the number 1 Drury Blue Devils and the number 2 Hopedale Blue Raiders. Thank you for tuning in to the MyFM Local Sports Network. Dylan Potemer here alongside me, Sam Smith. Sam, it's a great day for some basketball.
It really is. The environment in this place picked up just a moment ago when Drury came out for their warm-ups once again. This place became alive. This place is buzzing. Let's have a day today.
Looking at the records of both teams from the regular season, the Blue Devils came in at 16-5, where the Hopedale Blue Raiders at 13-7. Obviously, both have won 4 games to get to the stage where they are at right now. It doesn't always happen, but you got the number 1 versus the number 2. This is a true testament of the 2 best teams coming out of Division 5.
And that's a really good sign that the top teams deserve to make it, right? Because a lot of times, especially this time of year, college basketball, for example, the March Madness we talk about, right? The NCAA tournament. We have a lot of upsets happen. In this situation, we're not really getting that. We're getting the best of the best going at it to decide the Division 5 title. It should be a great game here this afternoon. Yeah,
both teams managed to make it through. They both had their tough journeys. Fairly similar in seeding rankings. There wasn't a whole lot of upsets. Obviously, in the last semifinals matchup, Drury had to face the number 4 seed, and Hopedale had to face the number 3 seed. Both were able to take business in those games.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopedale able to take the victory against Douglas last time, 45-41 in the semifinal to get to this point. Douglas, a tough team in their own way, but Hopedale coming out on top. Drury taking down St. John Paul to get here. A couple of really tough customers, and they're able to overcome that and get to this point here today.
Yeah, it was a really good semifinals matchup. I was over there covering the game right here on the MyFM Local Sports Network. It was 2 teams that had actually faced each other 2 times already in the season. For Douglas, they had won the first matchup, and then the second matchup actually came in the Clark tournament, which didn't count against their record. So technically, Douglas was undefeated through the whole regular season, but their one loss that wasn't mentioned, that you couldn't see on the record, was against Hopedale, and they were able to do that again in the game which it mattered the most, the semifinals game.
Absolutely, which is really good to see for Hopedale.
And for Hopedale, they have not suffered a loss since they lost to Millbury 51-30, which was a 4-game losing streak in the middle of their season right there. Since then, they've been able to rattle off 9 wins in a row, so they are coming in with quite the momentum.
And that's really good to see, especially coming into this championship game. Hopedale coming in as the so-called underdog, if you will. Although 2 versus 1 seed, there isn't a lot of underdogs in this situation. But for this situation, 9 straight wins coming into this one against a tough team like Drury. This is a really good momentum for Hopedale, and they look to build on that and try to take home some gold today.
Yeah, and on the other side for Drury, we look at their schedule and what they were able to do. They had 5 losses on the regular season. 3 of those came in a 4-game span right at the beginning, but since then, it's been quite smooth sailing for them. Just a pair of losses against South Hadley and Frontier, some tough opposition. No similar competitors for these 2 teams, but, I mean, Drury's coming in on an 8-game winning streak for themselves.
Exactly, and during the regular season, they averaged 47 points a game. They only average giving up 32 points a game. So this Drury team knows how to win. They know how to win big, so we'll see what happens here in this one. How will Hopedale respond to Drury's odds of building a bigger lead? We'll see how Hopedale responds here today.
Yeah, for Drury's sake, the biggest thing that stands out when you mention that is the 32 points against in the regular season. It's something that they were really good at in their defense. They were able to stop a lot of tough teams. I mean, throughout the season, they didn't give up more. Let's see, it was like they gave up 43, maybe 55 in a loss to Pittsfield, who's a really good opposition. But in all of their wins, they didn't allow any more than, it looks like, 43 points.
So clearly, this team knows how to play some defense. I'm expecting a very defense-heavy game here today, especially from the Drury side, because of those numbers. The problem is Hopedale's offense is also really high-powered as well. So we'll see what happens here today. I'm expecting a really tight contest, which means we're going to be in for a great day here today.
Yeah, you mentioned that Hopedale offense, and we look at the two senior captains for this team, Anna Fafard and Phoebe Carroll. Obviously, Phoebe Carroll, who became an 1,000-point scorer this year, and she's really led this team a majority of the way. But even last week when Fafard needed to step up, because, Carroll was getting triple-teamed in that game against Douglas after the first half she had, Fafard was able to step up and be big on the offensive side. So these two are going to be keys to that offense. When
Hopedale took on Prospect Hill, Phoebe Carroll had 27 points and 12 rebounds. Meanwhile, against Minutemen, Fafard had 23 points and 10 rebounds. So obviously for Hopedale, the two leaders of this team coming out when they need them the most in the playoffs. We're going to see how they are a big factor or a little factor. We'll see what kind of factor they play in here today, or will they rely on the other ones here on this Hopedale roster to kind of carry the load here today in this big title game.
Phoebe Carroll, the senior captain, she's probably one of the I think she is the tallest player that they've got out there, if not one of them. But she's also one of the primary ball handlers for them as well. It's something that you don't see as often. A lot of times when you have a bigger player, they get put down low in the block. Not for her. You're going to see her bringing the ball up quite a lot and running some of this offense.
Kind of reminds me of a Giannis type setup there for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's like, I think, what is he, like 6'10"?
Something like that.
He can play the guard, and he can also play a forward. He can post up down low, but he can also bring the ball up the floor and kind of lead the offense. If that's what we're going to get from Hopedale today from her, that's really good for Hopedale's sake here today.
Yeah, and so the two senior captains, Anna Fafard and Phoebe Carroll, they were both 8th graders and actually a part of the Hopedale team when they won their first ever state championship back in 2022. So those are the two remaining, along with Coach Jason Rogie, who actually took over that first year, and he had success in winning it all. And now they find themselves back here once again. Anna Fafard joked she didn't play too much of a role. She played on the bench, she said, whereas Phoebe Carroll was contributing with 11 points. She's just been a sensation ever since she came into the Hopedale program. But Fafard has really grown into her role. Two leaders to try and get a second title.
And it's kind of like a poetic end to their high school career here today. This is their last high school basketball game they're ever going to play, for Anna and Phoebe. Starting their high school career, getting to the state championship, playing in this building. Wrapping up their high school career, playing in the state championship in this very building that they won their first title game in. So, gotta wonder what's going through their heads right now. Are they worried about the game, or are they thinking about the long-term effects after this one? Like, oh, this might be it.
Yeah, it's a tough one to battle with when you're senior, right? You never know when your last game's going to be, but in this situation, you know this is your last game. So maybe it's some extra motivation. I don't think you need much more motivation than a state title, but it's your final game. You get to end it on that beautiful note. That's what they're going to be hoping to do. Phoebe Carroll, we could just keep on talking about her. The CMAC A division leader in points with 16.1 on the regular season. She is going to be huge for this team today.
And these two, back to my point earlier, these two trying to go out with a bang here today, wrapping up their high school career with a state championship. That'll be number 2 for them. How about it?
Yeah. So let's look at Jason Rogie and his career, along with Anna Fafard and Phoebe Carroll, who he has had the pleasure of coaching throughout their entire career since he joined on with Hopedale. He previously coached at Medway High School before coming and joining here. He took a couple of years off. So in that 21-22 season, they go ahead and they beat Hoosac Valley 55-45 to win their first ever championship for girls basketball. Then you look at 2022-23. They go to the round of 16 where they're knocked out by number 2 Springfield. In 23-24, they're also knocked out in the round of 16, this time by number 6 Palmer, as they were the number 11 seed. Then you go last year, they were the number 1 seed, but they were knocked out in the quarterfinals by number 9 Lee. Now you come this year in the championship game as a number 2 seed.
So clearly there's a lot of success here because they have won a playoff game every year that he's been in charge. He's been the bench boss. Clearly there is something going right, and it's clicking with these girls in that Hopedale locker room. And it's worked again this year. We can see that number 2 seed in a state title game again. Got to wonder what's gonna be the coaching strategy for for Hopedale here today.
And some great, obviously, besides that championship game that they won in the first year that Rogie came over, you look at the 23 season where they go to the round of 16, then round of 16, now round of 8, now you're in the championship game. It's just gradual progression for this Hopedale team, and it all leads up to today's game.
And this is going to be a big moment for them, especially, again, talking about Anna and Phoebe, right? These two have left everything on this for this Hopedale team over these last 4 years, into the 5th year here this year, to try to win state championship year after year. They got into the playoffs every year. They got into the dance. It's the second time they've been in the big dance. We'll see if they know how to tango.
And we look on the other side for the Drury Blue Devils. They had some success this year as they won the Western Mass Class C title on the season. So they have some experience winning in big-time games, and that'll help you hopefully for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take that experience of winning the Western MAC title and trying to take that and build off that, trying to get into this one here at Tsongas Center. I mean, you got to think, this is a big game. Some of these girls, this is probably the largest building that they've played in or will ever play in, is this building. So got to wonder, the pressure's on here in the Tsongas Center. UMass Lowell plays here. The Boston Fleet play here. The Mass Pirates used to play here. I mean, there's a lot of history in this building when it comes to state championships for basketball, also just pro sports in general, and a lot of big moments have happened here in this building. So you got to wonder if that's on their heads for both squads here today.
Yeah, and for the Drury Blue Devils, out of all the girls teams that are competing in championships, either from the past couple days or today, they have the longest drought since winning a championship game. You have to go back to 1978, where they won their first ever championship against Westwood, 42-41 in a tight one. I don't think we have the box score on that one, but we know what the final score was. So it has been a long time coming for them to make their second appearance and a chance to go 2-0.
48 years is a long time to wait for a state championship. These girls are waiting for it. This school has been waiting for it. The town has been waiting for it for 48 years. It's on them to try to pull it off today. We'll see if they can. They are the favorites. They are the 1 seed. We'll see what happens here today.
Yeah, and we look at their team, and it's interesting because unlike a lot of teams that you will see out there, normally there's one player who you think, yeah, that player kind of controls and runs the offense. For this team, there is not a single player who averages more than 8 points per game on the team. They have 5 players that average over 5, but none more than 8. It's a really spread out offense.
So that just shows that these two teams are kind of polar opposites, because Hopedale, they have their leaders. They have their captains kind of leading the way in Anna Fafford and Phoebe Carroll, right? For Drury, it's more of a spread out team-wide effort. I'm assuming a lot of rotations, a lot of substitutions happening throughout the game constantly for Drury. We'll see what happens here. As you mentioned, nobody averaging over 8 points a game. That's huge for Drury's sake, to try to build off that, use that team momentum that they've been building all year long, and try to get into a state championship.
And for this game, for both Hopedale and Drury, fairly similar as far as roster makeup based on class, a good distribution of both leaders and seniors and juniors, but also the combination of a few sophomores and freshmen, as we're hearing a loud applause as the lineups are getting ready to announce very shortly. So a similar build-up, whereas for the Douglas game, it was a very young team. It was 4 starters were freshmen. They didn't have a single senior on their roster. A very talented squad, but they didn't have that veteranness, and that's what both these teams have.
And we'll see what happens with that here today. Both these teams have that veteran leadership. We'll see what happens.
On the other side, just to make a note, Megan McGrath, number 2, and number 5, Nora Wood, are the captains, both seniors, also playing in their final game, along with Ava Mosier as well. So those seniors are going to have the same kind of weight on their shoulders. This is your final game. Let's see how things go.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here today, as it looks like they're lining up to do the starting lineup introductions right now.
Yeah, and we before they get into that, the other thing that will be interesting to note is for Hopedale. I mean, I watched some film on Drury, and they like to just run the man-to-man. Hopedale's a little different. They like to run a 2-3 zone,
right,
but we did see them switch to man in the semifinals when they needed to go out and get some stops. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them set up initially in that 2-3 zone, but don't be surprised if they mix in some man. Drury likes to shoot the threes. They like to try and take the long shots. It almost hurt them in the Hoosac Valley game, which was the quarterfinals game they played. They weren't really connecting from three and went down as much as 11 points, but they were able to bring it back in at some point.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. See if they comes back to haunt them here today.
As we're getting ready to announce the starting lineups, we want to bring you the Embroidery Bar Colors of the Game. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Embroidery Bar, your local custom embroidery and t-shirt design shop in Milford, now located at 189th Street. Starting off with the Hopedale Blue Devils, I'm going to mix it up. The Hopedale Blue Raiders. So we got the Blue Raiders and the Blue Devils.
This is super confusing.
Can I just call them the Devils and the Raiders?
Yeah.
Maybe that'll work better. But so for the Blue Raiders, they are in the blue uniforms. They've got it's like a traditional blue. You would think like Duke, obviously.
Right.
You got the Blue Raiders and the Blue Devils. It's kind of that similar kind of format of blue with the white number on the back, and on the front they've got white Hopedale with the white numbering underneath, some white trim around it. On the other side, we have the Blue Devils, who are in the home white. It's all white with on the side. They got some blue trim with a little red line. Across the front of the chest, it reads Blue Devils in blue with the blue numbering and blue numbering on the back as well. As we are just about getting ready to announce the starting lineups, and they're actually going to go ahead and announce everybody's name as well for the championship game to give everyone the recognition they deserve.
Absolutely. To say championship games, it sets the feel a little bit. Everybody gets announced here today, and well-deservedly so.
There's a pretty decent crowd on hand. Across from us on the far side is the Hopedale fans, and we can see the student fan section over there. They're opting, it's March. We're getting close to St. Patrick's Day. They're going with the St. Patty's Day theme, wearing the all green. We now get the starting lineups for the Hopedale Blue Raiders. First starting off is junior guard Lexi Carroll, who is, of course, sisters with Phoebe Carroll. Also joining in is sophomore guard Jenna Whedon. And then senior captain Anna Fafard. Senior captain Phoebe Carroll. And finally, junior center Layla Huntley, who we didn't get the chance to talk about, but she is aggressive down low, and she is going to be a monster on the board. So be watching out for that.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes with Drury. We'll see how that affects Drury here today.
Obviously, the thing for Drury, we can just see it just looking, is they have a lot of big players on their team as well, and that's helped them a lot through the season, is the height difference that they've had.
They are a tall group. We saw that during warm-ups before we went live. We've been here since 10:30 this morning. We saw them take their warm-ups, and I said to myself, wow, Drury's a really tall team. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the rebounding sense goes and how aggressive each team is as we're getting ready to announce their lineup. They're just first, obviously, announcing all of the reserves as well. I mean, as mentioned, especially with this team, is that they have a lot of players who contribute from the bench as well.
Absolutely. They sure do.
Starting off with sophomore guard Kira Vidal. Next up is junior center Elise Daly. Right behind her, junior guard Ashlyn Hayden.
Elise Daly is 6 foot tall.
Yeah, so she's definitely going to be a factor down low. We'll see how Hopedale decides to match up. Next is sophomore guard Lily Morante. And finally, junior guard Delaney Hayden. Lily Morante will contribute a lot as a primary ball handler for them, as I think we are just about ready to get our national anthem underway, as the crowd in front of us is the Drury fans, and across from us, Hopedale. We're going to go ahead and listen on in now for the national anthem and to our PA announcer.
So proudly we
was the national anthem performed. Now we're just about ready to get underway here in Lowell, Massachusetts. Again, here at the Tsongas Center. Dylan Potamery alongside Sam Smith on the MyFM Local Sports Network. It should be a good one. Again, playing on the UMass Lowell court. They got the big River Hawk in the middle with UMass Lowell. They do have the adjusted line out there for high school. It is the white line that trims around instead of the blue line, which is a couple feet back extra. Hopedale will be going from right to left across your dial there in front of you, whereas Drury will go the opposite way, left to right, to start for this first half. As Drury huddles up and gets himself ready to go, the tip-off is going to be between Carroll and Elise Daly. They both center themselves up. The official's got the ball in his hand, and we're ready to go for the Division V Girls Basketball Championship game. One up over to Fafard. Carroll's calling for a quick, lofts it up to her, swatted away. Can't manage to hang on to that one. Morante dishes it up to the far side wing. It's in the hands of Delaney Hayden. Passed over to Vidal, who sets things up on the left wing. Now goes between the circles, waiting as they set up a couple screens around. Now dished on off to Hayden. Down low, looking for it. Gets fouled underneath. Does Delaney Hayden.
Yeah, good job by Drury breaking up that pass the other way, getting up in transition, getting the foul, and it'll be some early free throws here for Delaney Hayden.
So the twins pairing up with each other to try and combine for a score. Delaney Hayden's first bucket goes on in on the free throw. They quickly put themselves up 1-0 to the Blue Devils. Now she wipes her hands off, receives the ball for the second one. Hayden's second free throw, nothing but net. The Devils take a quick 2-0 lead. Inbounded to Carroll. It's a full court press from the Blue Devils. Carroll chucks it all the way over to Lexi Carroll. Now over to Fafard, who sets things up once again for this Blue Raiders offense. She's going to drive with the right hand, goes underneath, off the glass, gets it to fall.
Fafard, what a play that was. Getting down low, getting through the three. First of all, for Hopedale, getting through the three-man press, getting up the other way and getting two.
Now the ball is over to Lily Morante. Swings it on over to Delaney Hayden. Now it's in the hands of Elise Daly. Up top for Ashlyn Hayden. Back to Daly. In the hands of Delaney Hayden. Over to Elise Hayden. And she's going to travel right there as Ashlyn. And ball will be side out for Hopedale.
Hopedale's student section is calling out everything that Drury is doing. Even if it's dribble, pass, dribble, shot, everything.
Here comes Fafard up in the front court. She's going to try and go with the right hand again. That one looks like it might got blocked. Phoebe Carroll gets the rebound. Can't get it to fall on the floater. Ball brought on up now by Ashlyn Hayden. She's going to bring it over to the left far side wing. Now in the hands of Morante, who shuffles into the middle, trying to back down her opponent. Hands it off for McGrath. McGrath is going to chuck a three. That one's good in college and the NBA. Count it, 5-2.
That's good from way out top. That was from beyond the blue line.
Now pushed on over. That's in the hands of Fafard. It's a 5-2 lead for the Blue Devils. She's going to set things up once again as they set up the play, trying to get open. Whedon gives it down low to Carroll. Can't get it to fall initially. Gets her own rebound. Goes back up off the glass, and it's good. Using the magic square, 5-4 Blue Devils. Dished onto the far side wing to McGrath. She's going to drive the lane hard, cuts back out. Now hands it off for Morante. Now dish to Elise Daly. Good ball movement. McGrath at the top resets things. Thought about the three. Now going to drive to Ashlyn Hayden. She gets fouled. Can't get the bucket to fall. She'll go to the free throw line for a second time.
Ashlyn Hayden cutting to the basket. Was leading with her shoulder, trying to get the foul, to try to get to the line. She got just that, and now she'll get two free throws to try to put Drury back up by 3.
Hayden, 3 dribbles of the ball, spins it. Her free throw hits the front rim and falls on in. A lucky bounce there, 6-4. She's now 3 for 3 from the line. Couple swap outs for the Blue Raiders in the blocks. Ashlyn Hayden gets ready for her second free throw. She's 4 for 4 on the night. It's 7-4 in favor of Drury.
See if Hopedale can beat this full court press again.
Fafard dribbles it up and lofts it to Phoebe Carroll. She's going to drive herself, gets double teamed from behind, and it's stolen away A nice play by McGrath. Now pace is being pushed up as now Blue Devils reset themselves. Here's Morante, kicks it back out to Ashlyn Hayden. Swing pass all the way across to Delaney Hayden. She's going to chuck up the three, hits off the glass and falls down into Huntley. Bailey's pressing and gets the steal. Off of Fafard, goes up the layup and can't get it there, does Morante.
Good effort there from Drury. Hopedale's got to be a little more cautious with the ball.
Now it's Fafard. They got to get it over half court. It's over to Carroll, and now they chuck it over, and timeout, or no. It's going to be a backcourt violation.
They're saying it's in 8 seconds. They didn't cross the line in time. It's going to be a violation for getting across the center line.
I was going to say, Lexi Carroll was taking quite the time to try and get up across. You got to hurry up, and that's exactly what the Drury press is doing.
Yeah, Lexi just stopped, and she just waited for the wait for 2-3 seconds.
Now the ball is dished on over to Addison Shepard. Swung back across to the far side wing. It's in the hands of Ella Bond. Now swung back to Addison Shepard again. A lot of new names in here. You're going to see that a lot from the Drury team. Now Ashlyn Hayden tries to get it down low beneath for Addison Shepard. She's going to have to dish it back out. It's McGrath who's settling. She thought about the shot, pulls out of it. Now down low, it's Morante trying to work the post fadeaway. That one sails all the way over, and it's going to go in direction of Hopedale.
Yeah, Hopedale's defense was really solid there, just not allowing Drury to have a lot of options, not a lot of space to work with. Very tight defense, and it worked out, getting the out of bounds, and they'll get possession back here coming up the floor.
4:28 left to go in this first quarter. 7-4 again. The full court press swung all the way over to Lexi Carroll. Now they can set up their offense in the front court. Centered in with Fafard, who's waiting and setting up the play. She's going to drive left hand. She fakes the pull-up, dishes it out, almost deflected away, picked up by Whedon. Whedon back to Phoebe Carroll. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Down low for Huntley, trying to work in the block, throws one up, and it gets blocked, and it'll go out of bounds. Hopedale underneath the hoop.
When Hopedale comes up the floor, before they cross the center line, what they like to do is they go a cross-court pass every time. They've gone over to Lexi Carroll every time.
Here's Fafard trying to find Phoebe Carroll on the inbound. Reaches up over her opponent, gets blocked once again, gets her own rebound, and gets it to fall. She's relentless down low.
She is going to be a monster down there, Phoebe Carroll. That's 3 chances she's had down low.
Now trying to go with the post hook and able to get it fall is Ashlyn Hayden. Makes it back to a 3-point game, 9-6. Swung over to Phoebe Carroll. They're able to get past it up to Lexi Carroll in the front court. Huntley gets it. She goes up with it, gets fouled, and she's going to go to the line for 2. Fans are appealing for travel. They're not going to get the call, though.
Yeah, looks like Layla Huntley took 1 or 2, maybe 3 too many steps there before she dribbled the ball, but she got away with it, and she'll get 2 shots here coming up for Hopedale.
So Huntley to the line for the first trip for the Blue Raiders. Her first free throw. That one swishes in, nothing but net. Makes it a 9-7 ball game in favor of Drury. 3:38 on the clock for this first quarter of the Division V State Championship of Girls Basketball here in Massachusetts at Lowell. The Songa Center hits her second one, 9-8. Ball will be brought up by McGrath, one of the senior captains for this Blue Devils team. Hands it off for Ashlyn Hayden, who's going to dribble all the way around, charge with the left hand, swatted down by Carroll, and it's going to go out of bounds. She can't save it, but good defense.
Yeah, good defense there from Phoebe Carroll. Just couldn't keep it in possession for Hopedale. Drury will inbound from underneath their basket.
McGrath from the left side underneath the hoop is going to get a screen to open up Morante, who can't get the 3 to fall, rebounded by Huntley. Full court press on Fafard. She's going to try and bring it all the way up herself. She's thinking about going coast to coast, but she'll set things back up as she comes back right across the Riverhawk logo in the center. Gets a screen from Phoebe Carroll, dishes it over Whedon, finds Lexi Carroll. Now to Whedon. Trying to settle things back down are the Blue Raiders. It's in the hands of Fafard. Over to Phoebe Carroll. Back over to Whedon. Whedon down low for Huntley. Huntley tries to dish it to find Fafard and just can't handle that one.
Yeah, sloppy possession from Hopedale there. There's a couple of times where the ball just got away from them, especially on that pass over to Jenna Whedon. She had no idea that was coming, so you got to watch out for that.
Substitutions on both sides of things. The ball will now be brought back up by Kira Vidal, who checks back in, hands it off to McGrath. Comes over the halfway line, over to this near side corner, goes with a handoff to Ella Bond, who stops at the free throw line. She's getting fouled is what ends up happening on Phoebe Carroll. Fouling there. So it'll be ball side out on the near side.
Yeah, Carroll just wrapped her up on at the free throw line, just trying to stop play a little bit from what it looked like.
Down low for Shepard, who tries the hook shot, misses everything. Rebounded initially by the Blue Raiders, but it's hit out of bounds. It'll be Hopedale ball on the far side.
They're going to go with this 3-person press again up top. 1 up and then 2 back.
Fafard now over to Phoebe Carroll. Phoebe Carroll gets across half court. She gets double teamed, swings it over to Fafard. Fafard's going to drive the lane, then kicks it over to Chloe Carpenter. Down low for Huntley. The mid-range is good. Great ball movement. They take their first lead, 10-9 does Hopedale.
That was a phenomenal bounce pass to Huntley getting that 2-point shot. Well done.
McGrath tries to go down low, finds Shepard. Now kicked on out to Ella Bond, who's going to drive the lane and gets it poked away from her. Good defensive play by Carpenter.
Hopedale not backing down here with 2:13 to go in the first quarter. Very evenly played game so far.
Ball's going to be inbounded by McGrath again underneath the left side of that hoop on the baseline. Gives it to Ella Bond. She's going to rip the 3. She misses. Tried to kept in, and it is, but Hopedale comes away with the rebound, and they're being pressed once again. They got to get this ball up court. You might think about taking a timeout. They give it right back. Great full court press to McGrath. Now, Drury can set again. Ella Bond this time from the opposite corner. Can't get that one to fall. Carroll is unable to keep it in. Drury gets the ball underneath.
Hopedale with some butterfingers here early on. A couple of times they've been dropping the ball near the end line. We'll see what happens here.
Another pair of substitutions from Drury, keeping the fresh bodies out there. Nora Wood, the other senior captain, is going to inbound this one. This time on the right side of the baseline. Bounce passes it to Ava Mosier in the corner. She's going to try and back down Huntley in the post. Picks up her dribble, looking for options. Gives it off to Norwood. Gets the screen. Wood dishes on out to Ashlyn Hayden, who's going to drive with the left. Goes with the right off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Ball is loose. Diving on it and trying to get rid of it. And that one is going to be a jump ball. And the arrow is in favor of Drury.
Scrappy possession there. It's been a scrappy game so far, just battling for the ball on every possession.
Nora Wood with the inbound. She was looking for Ava Mosier. Instead, she's going to kick it on out. She finds Kira Vidal. Now down low for Mosier, who goes up with it. Can't get it to fall. Carroll rebounds and tries to push the pace quickly. Now to Fafard. And they're going to be able to get it over into the front court finally. It's in the hands of Carroll. 1:17 left to go in this first quarter. She's going to bully down and the ball gets stripped away from her, but first it's going to be a jump ball. Ella Bond was wrapping around that one.
Yeah, it's a good defense there from Bond, but just forcing the jump ball, but it'll be possession here coming up for Hopedale.
Hopedale makes a change. Phoebe Carroll comes out. Mia Casey in. Fafard's going to inbound this one to Huntley. Huntley gives it on over to Tessio. Back to Fafard, who thought about the 3. Now is going to drive, goes with the mid-range, and she gets fouled as she brings the ball up. She's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good play there by Anna Fafard, just getting in towards the paint. Mid-range pull-up, drawing the contact, getting to the line for 2 shots.
Be the second pair of free throws for the Blue Raiders. A chance to take a 3-point lead. Her first free throw rims around and falls down. Makes it 11-9. As she gets ready for the second free throw. Pounds the ball a couple of times. One more for good luck. Her second free throw rims out and rebounded by Mosier.
It's the first missed free throw of the game on either side.
It's now brought up into the front court on the near side wing for the Blue Devils. It's reset up top with Delaney Hayden dishing it down low. Mosier turns around, can't find anything. Dish back out. The 3-pointer is no good. Rebounded by Mia Casey.
Looked like she might have got away with a travel down low.
No full court press this time. Fafard will carry it up for the Blue Raiders. Crossover, gets the double screen. Now takes the mid-range just inside the line, hits the front rim and down. Rebounded and brought on up by Vidal, who tries to dish it up, but aware to that one was Tessio as she tried to keep it in, giving it right back to the Blue Devils. Now swung to the far side wing, pulling it for 3, can't get it to fall, and going after it's going to come off of Huntley and out of bounds with 17.6.
Why are both teams rushing? The shot clock's off. You have the time of day to try to get this shot away. You have a lot of time.
Yeah, chance the Blue Devils could hold for the last shot if they really wanted to. Shot clock is off. Inbounded now over to Nora Wood. Resets with Ava Mosier up top. Ball's almost stripped away. It's over towards the far side. It's kept on in. Now in the hands of Vidal. 7 seconds on the clock. She's waiting, trying to set up a good shot. It's now Ashlyn Hayden. Now over to Vidal, who just has to chuck it up off the glass, and it's not going to fall.
That's some poor clock management from Drury there. You gotta wonder how much time do they think they had left.
11-9, Hopedale leads Drury at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back here on MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Have you heard of Good News Garage?
They work with people just like you to award donated vehicles to our local neighbors.
When a neighbor receives a vehicle, it empowers them to create a better life full of new opportunities.
They can get to medical appointments, bring their kids to childcare, reliably get to work.
And that's only possible because of donors like you.
So thank you for helping your community.
And donors qualify for generous tax deductions.
Visit goodnewsgarage.org to donate today. Good News Garage is a member of the Essentia Care Alliance.
Pass your keys to a neighbor in need.
Back here on the MyFM Local Sports Network for the MIAA Division 5 Girls State Championship game. It's currently 11 for Hopedale, Drury 9 as we get ready to enter the second quarter.
Today's presentation of the MIAA Division 5 Girls Basketball State Championship is brought to you in part by Milford Tire and Service at Route 140 in Hopedale, where your tires are their business.
Looking at this matchup in the last minute, Sam, it was interesting because kind of both teams seemed out of sorts, where the ball was kind of flying around. There weren't clean passes there. We'll see how they clean things up here.
Yeah, very sloppy first quarter, especially in the final 2 minutes, I'd say. Just back and forth, turnovers galore. We'll see if both teams clean up their act and look for a much cleaner second quarter coming up.
It'll be Drury ball to start the second quarter as Hopedale won the opening tip, a chance for them to tie things up or maybe even take the lead. It'll be brought up by Vidal, who tries to hit the cutting Ella Bond and can't find it. And then a travel is called as Moser dove on it, but she slid around. So now Hopedale gets it.
And that is called an announcer's jinx, ladies and gentlemen. I just talked about a cleaner second quarter. Ball went off a foot of a teammate and then a travel to start. Well done.
Fafard swings it over to Lexi Carroll. They got to get it into the front court, and they do, over to Anna Fafard. It's been a couple of times. It's been a little shaky there as they press Drury. In the hands of Fafard, she gets the screen, goes right. Dishes it down low for Huntley, who's going to work in the block, goes off the glass, can't get it to fall, rebounded by Drury. And then they throw it away out of bounds. Hopedale kept the press up.
Sloppy again. They gotta clean up their act here, especially with this defensive possession. They have to lock it down, get the ball back, and move it up the floor cleanly.
Fafard on the baseline, inbounds it over to Whedon. Whedon gets the screen on the near side wing. She's going to go all the way to the far side. Tries to throw it up off the glass. What a finish from Whedon, 13-9, Hopedale.
Unbelievable. He just went around the world with it, put up a prayer, and got it to go.
A nice little cut down low, trying to put it up underneath. Unable to get it fouled is Delaney Hayden, rebounded by Phoebe Carroll. She's trying to break. She's got Delaney Hayden on her back. Pulls up in transition. Can't get that one to fall.
Delaney Hayden was looking for a foul the other way.
Now rebounded by Ella Bond. Dished off to Mosier. Mosier gives it on over to Delaney Hayden. She's going to pull from way beyond the arc and misses everything. It'll go out of bounds. Hopedale ball.
Yeah, that was a good look. It didn't quite go to plan for Delaney.
It was quite the far three to be taking, as now bringing the ball up is Fafard. As she's getting double teamed, now finds Phoebe Carroll right around the three-point line. She's going to drive the lane, puts it up, can't get it to fall, rebounded by Drury, and they're going to go the opposite way. Delaney Hayden pushes it all the way up for Ashlyn Hayden. She's going to pull the three. That one rims out unlucky. Rebounded, no jump ball. It was Huntley and Nora Wood, and this one's going to go in favor of Hopedale.
Wow. A very good battle between those two, but as Hopedale gets the benefit of the doubt.
Here's Fafard, and let's see how they deal with this kind of zone press that's been run. Phoebe Carroll very beautifully executed over to Lexi Carroll, getting in the front court. Now given over to Fafard, looking down low for Huntley, and Mosier is going to foul Huntley. There's a push, I think, is the call through the back.
Yeah, looked like a little bit of a push from behind. We'll see here. It's going to be an inbound.
Yeah, it was on the floor. So Fafard will inbound on the baseline on the far side. Pats the ball to set up the play. Finds Huntley down on the near side block. Now back over to Fafard in the corner. Driving. Back out to Phoebe Carroll. She's going to pull the long mid-range. Hits off the back rim. High rebound. And pulled down by Ava Mosier. They'll be brought up by the freshman Bond. who's working on Whedon. Gets into the post. Now dishes back out to Ashlyn Hayden at the top. Fake shot there from Nora Wood, who tries to drive in, gets it swatted away by Fafard. Go out of bounds, Drury ball.
Nora Wood was looking for a little bit of a foul. She got a motion to the ref like, hey, that I just got pushed, and didn't get the call, but they'll get the ball back.
As they set up their play, just got to throw this one in. Finds Bond, who thought about the shot. Now is going to give it down low for Mosher. The give and go back, and now resetting. It's on over to Ashlyn Hayden. Back over to Bond on the far side corner. Up top for Hayden. She's going to drive with the right hand. Goes off the glass too strong. Huntley able to corral the rebound. Gives it to Phoebe Carroll. 5:32 left to go in this quarter. 13-9 Hopedale leads. Carroll gets the screen up top. Is trying to get it to Whedon in the corner. Now she drives to the left. Kicks back out to Fafard up top. Trying to work it to Huntley in the paint. She goes underneath with the right hand too strong. There's Fafard on the glass. Can't get her put back to go. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Drury. Hopedale gets the ball back.
Great battle from Hopedale here. They are showing the fight here early on here in this first half. We'll see if Drury can respond here.
5:15 on the clock, 13-9. Hopedale leads Drury. Ball on the near side baseline. Thrown all the way up top for Whedon, who's going to take the three. She gets fouled on the three. Going to go to the line.
Huge opportunity for Hopedale to build on their lead with 3 free throws coming up.
A lot of points being put up off free throws today. No easy points. Whedon gets the ball for her first of 3. Her first shot's up. That one hits the right side of the rim and out. And she still has 2 more. It's a 4-point lead for the Blue Raiders. The second one. That one hits the front rim and misses out. So now 0 for 2 on this trip. Chance for the third and final one, though, for the sophomore guard. As Drury just adjusting who's going to box out who in case of a miss. Whedon, her third free throw. That one falls, nothing but net, makes it 14-9. Senior captain McGrath will bring it all the way up before she's picked up at the three-point line. Here's Morante, and she gets fouled by Fafard on the floor.
Yeah, well, Fafard, a little bit of contact, drawing the foul there was Morante, so we'll see what happens here.
Just Fafard's first foul, team's first foul of the quarter. Ball will be underneath on the baseline on the near side of the hoop. Again, Drury attacking from left to right. McGrath underneath looking for an open option, chucks it up top, taken away by Carroll, who was aware to it. She's got Whedon, dishes it down to her, goes with the floater, gets blocked.
Huge block from Ashlyn Hayden.
And now quickly pushing the pace. Here's Delaney Hayden on the near side wing. Sets things back up, drives to the paint, goes underneath with the left hand, can't get it to fall, comes back and gets her own rebound. McGrath centering herself, gets the ball poked away by Carroll, and it's going to be a trip. It's going to be called. It's going to go Hopedale's way.
Yeah, it's going to be on McGrath, tripping up that Hopedale player and drawing possession there.
Already the third foul for Drury. Once they hit 5, they're in the bonus. It's the second on McGrath. Brought up by Fafard, who's getting double teamed, throws it over to Lexi Carroll, who's got to get it up over and rushes and finally does. Now over to Fafard, they can reset.
Almost did that again. They did that in the first quarter too. They ran into trouble.
Phoebe Carroll at the top of the arc. She's going to dish it down low, looking for Fafard, gets swatted away, finds its way out to Whedon, drives with the left hand from the free throw line, can't get it to fall, but all over it there was Fafard getting the rebound. Huntley, and no, it's tied up between her and Elise Daly. Quite the amount of jump balls is in favor of the Blue Devils this time.
Just shows how much of a tightly played game this is going to be, and this has been so far. The amount of jump balls we've had, both teams just locked in, looking for the ball at all times.
Sophomore guard Vidal will bring the ball up for the Blue Devils as she sets herself up, picks up her dribble at the top of the arc, dished on over to Ashlyn Hayden, looking to go down low, blocked by Phoebe Carroll. Or no, excuse me, that's Lexi Carroll down low.
Lexi Carroll brings down the hammer with that block, just knocking it out of bounds, but good thing for Drury, they get the ball back here with 21 to shoot.
4:01 on the clock for the rest of the half. It's going to be inbounded by Morante on the near side baseline. Is able to find it on over to Delaney Hayden. Morante in the wing. Hands it back off to Delaney Hayden. Thought about going baseline. Now tries to reset back up top. Good defense so far from the Blue Raiders. Down low, Huntley pokes that away. Back to Delaney Hayden. Going to drive the lane. Goes with the left hand. She gets fouled by Huntley. She'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah. Drury looking for their first points of the second quarter. All the points scored here in the second quarter have been by Hopedale.
It's been a defensive battle for sure, 14-9. Both teams haven't been able to get clean shots off. Just 3 points so far in this second quarter, and we're over halfway through. The first free throw hits off the front rim, back rim, and the backboard, but falls out. So a chance for a second one here for Hayden to cut it down to 3. Hits the ball twice, spins it. Her second free throw swishes in, 14-10 ball game. It's Fafard. Dishes it off to Phoebe Carroll, who brings it all the way up. She's going to drive all the way to the lane. Tries to step around, and one! A chance for a three-point play.
Wow. Great drive there by Phoebe Carroll. Cutting in down low, drawing the contact, getting that shot away. In transition, getting that basket's a huge play. It's a standout play here so far.
Carroll using her size to be able to get that over the defenders. She hits the free throw, makes it a 17-10 game for Hopedale. Ball brought up by Vidal, handed on off to Delaney Hayden. The screen down low, looking for Morante, almost stolen away by Carroll, and we get another jump ball. Going Hopedale's way. What is that, 7 now?
Yeah, I've lost count at this point. The amount of jump balls we've had in the first, in the first 11 minutes of this game. We've seen so many.
Fafard gets it, swings it all the way far court to Casey. Casey getting double-teamed. Back to Fafard, who settles things down. She's going to center herself again on that Riverhawks logo on midcourt. Now over to Whedon on the far side. Hits the cutting Carroll spin move. Puts it up and just can't get it to fall. A beautiful move. Kicked back out by Casey to Whedon. Now over to Casey on the far side wing. Underneath for Fafard is stolen away by Morante. Poked back by Carroll, but it's going to be a foul call.
Yeah, good battle from Drury, just on the defensive side, keeping the Hopedale Blue Raiders to the outside and just trying to keep the possession going their way, and they finally get it, and they got the foul drawn. Back to the jump ball thing. If you had 7 jump balls in the first half on your bingo card, I think you might as well go play the lottery at this point.
Might as well. Ball's kicked down low now to Hayden, who goes up hard off the glass to Ashlyn Hayden. That is out of bounds, going to come off a Blue Raider. It'll be ball underneath the hoop. As Drury tries to set up once again. They've had some struggles here inbounding from underneath the hoop. We'll see what they set up.
I was going to say that I think that they might need to go for a different attack instead of just trying to go baseline. They might want to go for an There we go.
And ball is inbounded now to Delaney. Hayden kicks it to the far side. Fake shot from Vidal. Drives into the paint. Hands the ball off to Elise Daly, who can't get the shot to fall. Drury struggling to make buckets here in the second quarter. Brought all the way up by Fafard, who's getting double-teamed. Throws it all the way cross court to Carpenter. Carpenter back over to Fafard. Fafard crossover, hop step, pulls up from mid-range, front rimmed out. Ashlyn Hayden with the rebound.
Good try, just couldn't put it home.
Pushes it up on the near side wing, hands it off to Vidal, who tries to set up. You think the Blue Devils need to work it down low to try and get themselves on the scoreboard. Just the one free throw. Now over to Ashlyn Hayden as they set up their play. Here's Elise Daly, the junior center. Back over to Morante, who's going to pull just inside the three-point line. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Huntley.
Wasn't an amazing screen from Ashlyn Hayden on that try.
17-10, Hopedale leads with 1:53 left to go in this first half. Fafard has the ball all the way up, gives it over to Whedon. Straightaway 3, gets it to fall. They take a 10-point lead. And a timeout calling for Drury. 1:41 left to go in this first half of the Division 5 MIAA Championship Girls Basketball game. Hopedale leading 20-10 on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the team at Milford Tire and Service knows what it takes to protect your family with safe, dependable tires. Before you take your family out on your next long or short winter trip, Milford Tire and Service reminds you to take a quick walk around your vehicle and check the tire tread on your car. At Milford Tire and Service, they offer a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and more, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire and Service, your family safety comes first, and your cars does too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Welcome back into Lowell, Massachusetts for MyFM Local Sports Network presentation of the MIAA Division 5 Girls State Championship game. Dylan Patemery alongside me, Sam Smith. 20-10, Hopedale leads with 1:41 left to go in the first half.
Today's presentation of the MyFM Local Sports Network is brought to you in part by Full Service Junk Removal out of Natick. Fast, reliable junk removal and cleanouts when you need it most.
Hopedale has currently outscored the Blue Devils here in the second quarter. Just a free throw has been made so far. What does Drury need to do?
I think they need to change their offensive attack. What I'm seeing here is they're going with two options. Number one, they're going to try to go for a mid-range jump shot right off a screen, which isn't working. And then they're trying to go baseline when they're driving to the basket. That's also not working. So they might need to cut in the paint, actually, and try to go down the lane, try to get 2 points that way.
Drawl is brought up by Vidal. It's handed off to Ashlyn Hayden, who tries to drive baseline, goes up with it. It's going to be on the floor, though, before she got into the shooting motion.
Bad break for Drury. They needed free throws. They need points right here.
They're going to get the ball underneath once again with 1:29 to go in the second quarter. Ball's going to be inbounded by Vidal as they set up their play once again. And a foul is going to be called on Fafard. That might be her third. It's a loose ball foul. Yeah, that's her third. You're going to have to take her out to keep it safe. And going to the free throw line in the bonus now is Drury.
Yeah, see what happens here. I mean, Ashlyn Hayden going to get 2 shots. We'll see how long they're going to keep Fafford in there.
I think Faffard's about to come out here because in comes Kylie Tessio, and they are going to protect Faffard. She is a key factor. You're going to want her for that second half as the free throw falls. Here's Hayden. Her second free throw is good as well. 3 free throws made. It's an 8-point game. 20-12. Full court press once again. It's over to Tessio, who gets it up to Huntley, but she gets fouled. No, a timeout is called first. So timeout by Hopedale. 1:23 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be right back on MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Medway Oil and Propane, where you, the customer, will always come first. At Medway Oil and Propane, you receive service by the best technicians in the industry, a caring staff which goes out of its way to ensure your comfort and peace of mind. Medway Oil and Propane has an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, 24-hour emergency service every day, 10 licensed and certified service technicians, automatic delivery with over 200,000 gallons of fuel storage, Medway Oil and Propane energy for every season, and much more.
Back here in Lowell for the MyFM Local Sports Network presentation of the Division 5 State Championship game for girls basketball. Hopedale currently leading 20-12 over Drury.
Today's coverage of the MyFM Local Sports Network is brought to you by Done Right Asphalt Repair, serving Upton and the surrounding area. It's asphalt done right.
Dylan Patemery alongside me, Sam Smith, for these final minute 23 left on the clock as Hopedale inbounds ball. Fafard is off the court. Phoebe Carroll is also off the court. Not many times you see that happen. Stolen away by Drury. It's in the hands of Vidal, who's going to drive the lane, goes all the way up with the right hand off the glass. Again, too strong, rebounded by Mia Casey. Now Carpenter, who's going to try and bring it up all the way herself. Dishes it now over to Whedon, who dribbles, and they just about make it over half court, and then fouled is Huntley by Addison Shepard.
Drury does not have a field goal in the second quarter. They only have 3 free throws made out of 4 attempts. So I got to wonder what the plan of attack is going to be in the second half for Drury when they're going to be down, if nothing changes over the next 57 seconds, a sizable gap.
So that is a 5th team foul, putting Hopedale in the bonus now. Huntley's first free throw falls good. Each team with a substitution. Lexi Carroll and Nora Wood, both number 5s, coming in for Hopedale and Drury. It's 21-12 in favor of Hopedale. A chance for Huntley to make it a 10-point lead once again. This one hits off the front rim, hits off the glass, and falls in. It's 22-12. Ball will be pushed up by Vidal. She settles right above the arc. Now dished over to Morante, who's going to come and replace her. Now trying to dish it down low. Swatted, and good steal from Mia Casey. Gives it to Huntley, who gives it to Lexi Carroll. They've got just 3 seconds to get it up over. And they finally do, just in time. Lexi Carroll now into the far side. On down low for Huntley. Goes with a hook shot. Can't get it in fall. Rebounded down low and blocked away by Drury. Vidal will bring the ball up. Goes with the bounce pass to Morante in the near side corner. Now back to Vidal. It's been man-to-man all day for Hopedale. Gets a screen. She's going to drive the lane. Now kicks it out for Nora. Wood for 3. Can't get it to fall. 8 seconds on the clock. They got to go quickly. Lexi Carroll. She's going to drive it all the way up herself. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. She's just got to throw it up, but she passes, and Huntley can't get the shot off in time. But the Hopedale Blue Raiders head into halftime with a 10-point lead. They lead the Drury Blue Devils 22-12 right here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
There's nothing like hometown sports. The roar of the crowd, the thrill of Friday night lights, and the pride of seeing our young athletes give everything they've got. This season, your business can stand right beside them by becoming a sponsor of the MyFM Media Local Sports Network, covering football, hockey, basketball, soccer, and Milford Legion baseball. Support the teams, celebrate the athletes, and stay atop of the mind with thousands of passionate local families who love our coverage. Join the businesses that invest in our community's future. Visit myfmdigital.com to book a meeting today.
Milford Tire and Service is not just a tire store. With years of continuous high-quality service, the team at Milford Tire and Service knows what it takes to protect your family with safe, dependable tires. Before you take your family out on your next long or short winter trip, Milford Tire and Service reminds you to take a quick walk around your vehicle and check the tire tread on your car. At Milford Tire and Service, they offer a full range of repairs, alignments, brakes, struts, shocks, and more, all guaranteed. At Milford Tire and Service, your family safety comes first, and your car's does too. Milford Tire and Service, Route 140 in Hopedale.
Hey, this is Ray, the owner of Tailwind Tavern and Hopedale Pizza Market. We've got pizza, sandwich, chicken, seafood, and drinks perfect for the whole family after the game.
From post-practice dinners to game day nights, make the winning stop. Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where families win after the game.
Hey, this is John, owner of Done Right Asphalt Repair. We handle asphalt paving and repairs, seal coating, crack sealing for both residential and commercial properties. We do it the right way.
When your pavement needs a comeback, make the smart play. Asphalt done right.
DoneRightAsphaltRepair.com. McIntyre Loam is proud to support the fine young athletes, coaches, and local schools featured on the MyFM Media Local Sports Network. For generations, McIntyre Loam has helped homeowners, landscapers, and communities build from the ground up, providing quality loam, mulch, gravel, stone, and reliable delivery you can count on. It's the same commitment to hard work, teamwork, and doing things the right way that we see every time these local teams take the field. McIntyre Loam, proudly supporting local sports and the communities we call home.
Hey, this is M from Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, wishing the Hopedale Blue Raiders girls the best of luck tonight.
From post-game dinners to team celebrations, Cristiano Pizza has slices, grinders, and family favorites everybody loves.
Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, cheering on the Blue Raiders and everyone listening on my FM Local Sports Network.
Hey, this is Jay with Full Service Junk Removal in Natick. From construction debris to furniture, yard waste, scrap metal, even hot tubs, we haul it all. Need a dumpster? We got you covered. Give us a call at 617-838-4977.
Full service junk removal in Natick, clearing the way for local teams and families to win. FullServiceJunkREM.com.
Great teams know success comes from support, community, and strong connections. And that's exactly what you'll find at Atria Draper Place in Hopedale. At Atria Draper Place, residents enjoy comfortable senior living with delicious dining, beautiful spaces, engaging activities, and a full calendar of events through Atria's Engage Life program. focused on exercise, connection, nutrition, and purpose. Whether it's breakfast with friends, an afternoon on the veranda, life at Atria Draper Place is designed to help you live well and stay connected. Come see the community for yourself. Schedule your personal visit today at atriaseniorliving.com.
Hi, this is Anthony from the Embroidery Bar, and I'm excited to let you know that we're officially open at our new Milford location. Come visit us at 189 West Street, across from Dairy Queen. I also want to say a huge thank you to everyone who helped us move and get set up. Your support means everything to us. We specialize in custom embroidery, screen printing, and laser engraving, creating custom apparel and designs for businesses, schools, teams, organizations, and families. Not sure where to start? Our designers are always happy to bring your ideas to life. We hope you'll stop by and see our new space, the Embroidery Bar, now open at 189 West Street in Milford.
In the heart of Mendon, a world of luxury awaits. At Wink Salon and Spa, every visit is a moment of indulgence, designed just for you. From rejuvenating facials and soothing massages to expert hairstyling and wellness treatments, our experienced staff is here to evaluate your self-care routine. Whether you're prepping for a special event or simply craving calm, Wink Salon and Spa has got you covered. Visit winksalonspa.com or call today to book your appointment. Wink Salon and Spa, Mendon's premier beauty destination.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Hey, it's Tyler Lawton, and you can join me every weekend from 4 to 7 p.m. for the Weekend Wind Down on MyFM 101.3. I'm bringing you the greatest hits from the 80s and 90s, plus local news, pop culture updates, and a preview of what's coming up this week on MyFM. From interviews and giveaways to sports and community buzz. It's the perfect way to chill out before Monday hits. The Weekend Wind Down with Tyler Lawton every weekend from 4 to 7, only on MyFM 101.3.
Attention local Boston Marathon runners. Are you lacing up for more than just the race? Are you running for a cause, a loved one, or a mission that's close to your heart? MyFM wants to share your story. We're looking for local runners to join us for an interview and share the passion behind the miles. If you're running the Boston Marathon to chase a dream, honor a loved one, or raise money for a cause that moves you, we want to hear about it. Email Chris at myfm1013.com to secure your interview and be a part of MyFM's Boston Marathon coverage. Every runner has a story. Let's share yours with our community.
Welcome back into the Songa Center here in Lowell, Massachusetts for the MIAA Division 5 Girls State Championship game on the MyFM Local Sports Network. Dylan Patemi alongside me, Sam Smith. The number 1 Drury Blue Devils trail the number 2 Hopedale Blue Raiders 22-12 at the half.
And today's presentation of the Division 5 MIAA Girls Basketball State Championship is brought to you in part by Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where good food, great company, and genuine hospitality come together. And by the Wink Salon and Spa, the best journey in life is the journey back to yourself. Take a well-deserved break from the stresses of your busy day to focus on you.
Well, coming out of the first quarter, it was a close game, and I dare say at the beginning of the game is probably leaning in favor of Drury, but that second quarter really opened things up here for Hopedale.
It really did. Drury couldn't get anything to fall in that second quarter. They didn't make a free throw in that they didn't make a field goal in that second quarter. They only made 3 free throws the entire quarter. So if you're Drury, you got to start sinking some shots here from the floor if you want to have any chance of coming back and winning this game here today.
Well, maybe they're going to hope for more success as they'll be attacking the opposite basket. Maybe that'll get things going for them. A change of scenery, I guess you could call it. But, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just the buckets weren't going. They had a couple clean looks, but not too many, and really, Hopedale could have been up by a lot more.
Yeah, they absolutely could have if Hopedale got a lot more to fall in that second quarter. They had a couple of really good looks that didn't go their way. So you got to wonder here as we go to the third quarter, what would have happened if Hopedale had made all of their shots? This game could be a completely different story. This is still manageable for Drury to come back from, but if Hopedale made all of their shots in that second quarter, we could be talking about blowout territory at this point.
Very well could be, so we'll have to see what both teams opt to change, because even though Hopedale is up by 10, I think they have to think in their mind they haven't played a perfect game so far.
No, absolutely not. Hopedale hasn't played a perfect game by any means. They've just played a better game than Drury, because Hopedale's gotten the lucky bounces a few times. They've gotten more of the fouls going their way to get more shots to the line. They've had the better chances here today from the floor as well. So Hopedale, keep doing what you're doing right now and make sure and try to prevent Drury from coming back.
The other thing to look out for on the Hopedale side of things is Anna Fafard has 3 fouls already, and she plays a pretty aggressive game. What do you think Coach said to her at halftime?
Protect yourself. Watch your contact. Don't try to get too many fouls on you, because you only have 2 fouls left and you're out of the game. So you need to protect protect one of your better assets in Anna Fafard. So got to wonder what's going to happen here, how they're going to utilize her here in the second half.
Yeah, you'd think on the defensive side, you'd probably ask her to try and calm things a little down, especially for this third quarter. Maybe wait till the fourth quarter to maybe take a chance or two. Whereas you're on the other side of Drury, you got to be aware of that and maybe try and drive at her. I know she's a great defender, but you have a chance to knock her out of the game.
Yeah, attack her. If you can, attack that. She's got 3 fouls. Attack that if you can and try to get her out of this game, because if you can get one of Hopedale's best assets out of the game, that's going to help Drury's chances of possibly coming back here and trying to make this second half a lot more competitive.
Well, we're about ready to get underway. It is going to be Drury ball once again here for the start of the third quarter. Hopedale will get it. This time now, Drury is attacking the basket to the left, where Hopedale will be going to the right. Ball is inbounded, and it's ready to go. It's Megan McGrath, the senior captain, who gets things started here for the Blue Devils. Swung back on over to Ashlyn Hayden. Now pulling the 3 from deep is Delaney Hayden, unable to get that one to fall. It's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Hopedale ball once again.
So Drury once again hasn't been able to make anything from the field. We'll see what they can do here on defense to try to get some odd man rushes the other way, like right here.
And they seal the ball right back with their press. Now into the far side. Pulling the 3 from deep is Morante, unable to get it to fall. Phoebe Carroll gets the rebound and tries to bring it up all the way herself.
Still unlucky for Drury. Got to get something to fall.
Now off to Lexi Carroll. She's going with the bounce pass to Fafard, and it's taken away by McGrath. She's going to go all the way herself and can't get the layup to fall. The Blue Devils are cursed right now.
This is unbelievable.
It's now Carroll who's going to drive the lane, goes with the floater, throws it up over the basket, taken down by Delaney Hayden. She's going to push the pace on this near side wing. Hesitation, now gives it on over. It's Elise Daly, hands it off to Morante. Back up top to McGrath. Swung on over to the far side, Ashlyn Hayden as they set up the play to Delaney Hayden. Now McGrath, she's going to drive with the right hand, stops at the free throw line. It's a push-off by McGrath, offensive foul.
Hopedale might have got away with something at the free throw line. Elise Daly looked like she caught an elbow to the cheek, so right to the face. So I wonder what that would have done.
Again, Drury setting up in this kind of zonal press. We'll see how Fafard attacks it. She's just going to dribble it all the way over herself. I think the Blue Devils were a little gassed after that possession. Carroll's going to drive the lane. It gets poked away for her. Picked up by Hunley, who puts it up and one! Count it! 24-12 Hopedale.
Huntley getting the foul, getting the basket to go, making it a 12-point lead here for Hopedale. Gotta wonder, when's Drury going to respond?
It has been a long time since the first quarter, end of the first quarter, that the last field goal was made by Drury. The free throws up is no good, and it's going to be a jump ball, and Hopedale has got possession of this one. As now we've got the ref is actually going to, are we calling a foul? Oh. It's actually going to be a foul call, not a jump ball. So Elise Daly picks up the foul. Inbounded by Fafard to Phoebe Carroll in the near side corner. Now swung on over to Whedon. Back over to Fafard from the corner. Can't get it to fall. Huntley's there to get the rebound, though. Dished over to Lexi Carroll. Over to Phoebe Carroll, who's at the top of the arc. She's going to get a screen from Fafard. And that pass is anticipated as going all the way is Morante to the basket. She can't get it to fall. Goes up with it. The and one falls for McGrath. And they finally get themselves on the scoreboard from the field and a chance for a three-point play.
That is their first field goal since the first quarter. And you got to think for this Drury team, about time, right? They've had a couple of really good looks, especially with Megan McGrath, who's at the line now. She had a open layup again the other way here earlier in the quarter. Couldn't get that one to fall. So for Drury's sake, it's about time they got something to go in.
A chance to break it down from a double-digit lead does McGrath as she sits at the line for just the one free throw. Puts it up and gets it to fall, nothing but net. It's a 9-point game, 24-15 with 6:04 to go in this third quarter. Again, the full press from Drury, well worked by the Carroll sisters. Lexi Carroll now gives it to Phoebe Carroll, steps up to the top of the three-point line. She tries to back down in the paint, goes underneath, up off the glass, it's good. It's beautiful underneath from Phoebe Carroll.
She's working her way through, getting open to take that nice bank shot. Well done from Phoebe Carroll.
Pulling it from deep is Bond, can't get the three to go. Rebounded by Huntley off the deflection, given over to Phoebe Carroll. 26-15, 5:32 to go in this third quarter. Carroll handling the ball, is going to dish it over to Whedon. Whedon pulls in for the mid-range, hits off the front rim and down underneath. Rebounded by Ella Bonds, who's getting double-teamed. She's able to work her way around it, gives off to Delaney Hayden, gets into the front court. Dishes it over to Ashlyn Hayden. She will come all the way across the top, cut through the free throw line in two, and get fouled by Huntley as she goes up for the shot. Going to the line for two. She's down, hurt.
Both teams have struggled with outside of the paint getting shots to go in. They've had a couple of both teams have had a couple of good looks, just haven't had anything to fall.
It was a tough foul that she took from Huntley. Fell face forward down. Luckily, she was able to get up herself. I think she might have to be taken off, though. She is going to have to be taken out. I'm not sure what the circumstances are here in high school basketball about who shoots the free throws. Does it have to be the replacement?
Yes, I believe it is.
That looks like what it is.
Kara Vidal is going to go to the line to take two shots as Hayden's going to take a seat.
So Kira Vidal is coming in. Her first free throw hits off the back rim, can't fall. Still 26-15 in favor of the Blue Raiders. 5:08 left to go in this quarter. Bounces the ball three times. Her second free throw rims out off the backboard, rebounded by Phoebe Carroll. Trying to work on the near side, she gets double teamed. Passes it over to Huntley. They've got fast break here now. Whedon's going to go, initiates contact off the glass and can't get it to fall. And a foul is going to be called underneath, and we'll see who gets this foul. It's Huntley. That's either her third or fourth.
Third.
Something about these rims. They don't like the ball to fall in.
I got to wonder, how good is UMass Lowell at men's and women's basketball? Because if they can't get anything to fall, no success for the America East. That's a tough division to play in as well.
Ball is stolen away by Whedon. She's got a woman on her back, but she goes up underneath, gets the and one to fall. A tough layup from Whedon makes it a 13-point lead for the Blue Raiders.
Jenna Whedon fired up after getting that layup and the foul. Chance at a three-point play here for Whedon. She was fired up. You could see it on her face, very animated as she got that to go.
Huntley will go ahead and take a seed with three fouls. With a decent enough lead, you want to protect her. Both her and Fafard are off the court. Second free throw, or the free throw falls, so makes it 29-15. Brought up by Vidal. We're setting up the offense here for Drury. It's on the near side wing to Bond, who tries to throw it down low for Ashlyn Hayden. Cuts underneath, goes up with it, gets fouled. She's going to go to the line for two. It's going to come, and it'll be at the line for two shots. Here's the first free throw. As they set up, puts the ball up. That one falls, 29-16.
As the second free throw is about to get started, today's game is brought to you by Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, where living means no longer having to worry about coordinating the conveniences of daily life. So you can focus on comfort, connection, and enjoying each day to the fullest, as she missed that second free throw.
Second free throw doesn't fall. Rebounded by Phoebe Carroll, who brings it all the way up. She's going to go all the way to the basket. Tough. And uses the height to put it off the glass and in. Makes it 31-16. Driving all the way is Vidal. Pulling the three is Bond, and they still can't get that three-pointer to go. Lexi Carroll with the rebound.
Not a lot of luck from outside for either team here, but especially for Drury. When they need it most, they need that three-point to fall. They just can't get anything to go right now.
Phoebe Carroll sets things up, and if you're Hopedale, there's no need to rush when you're on offense. Phoebe Carroll's going to drive the lane herself. She gets fouled as she goes up. She's going to go to the line for two. Ella Bond gets her fourth personal.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that.
So this one was actually on the floor. And so it's underneath. So Drury will make a pair of substitutions. It'll be Hopedale's ball underneath near side.
Yeah, Bond's coming out of this game. She's got 4 fouls. She's got to watch that.
3:45 left to go in this third quarter. Thrown over to Phoebe Carroll, who works in the post, puts it up and in. She is unstoppable, 33-16.
Unbelievable play.
McGrath trying to go coast to coast. She gets fouled by Lexi Carroll. She's going to go to the line for two. Phoebe Carroll received that one on the three-point line and just backed her way all the way down.
Yeah, it's just crazy to see how just easily that was for her to just back in.
So here's the first free throw, sitting up for senior captain McGrath. She can't get that one to fall. 3:32 left to go. A 17-point lead for Hopedale. McGrath's free throw, that one falls down after it hits the front rim and backboard. 33-17. Carroll carries the ball up right at the top of the three-point line. Now she cuts to the right side, trying to get it over to Whedon. Whedon pulls a three from the right wing. Can't get that one to fall. Right into the hand of Casey. And guess what, Sam? Another jump ball.
That's 8. Might even be 9. I think I lost count at this point.
We're going to have to go back and count them all.
If somebody has the time to, when the video goes up in a few days of this game, because we're not able to live stream it, unfortunately, when somebody wants to count that and let us know, that'd be really appreciated.
McGrath is going to try and go coast to coast, and she gets fouled. Not sure if that was on the help or on Casey. And I believe it is going to go up against Casey. So to the line again goes McGrath. She was 1 of 2 on her last try. Her first free throw. That one falls in, almost rimmed out. Makes it 33-18. Coming in now is Moser. Trying to add some size to this lineup to help rebound. McGrath ready for her second free throw. A couple bounces, puts this one up, and she misses out. 1 for 2 from the line again. And that one's going to kick off the foot of Phoebe Carroll and go Drury's way. Just a tough mistake.
Yeah, Phoebe Carroll laughing about it after that mistake, just pulling it out of bounds off her own foot.
It's still a 15-point lead for the Blue Raiders. Inbounded to Moser, thought about the three. Now going to try and work it down low for McGrath. And a foul once again on Casey. She's putting her arms up. She's like, what did I do?
Looked like to me she was just playing pretty solid defense.
It's going to send McGrath to the line again because it's the team limit.
Yeah, 2 more coming up here from McGrath.
Slowly trying to chip away at this lead that the Blue Raiders hold. First free throw falls. Makes it 33-19 with 3:01 left to go in the third quarter. Again, thank you for tuning on in to the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3. Presentation of the Division 5 state championship game for girls basketball. Her second free throw just can't get that one fall again. Shooting 50% from the line. Carroll gets a rebound quickly, works it all the way up to Tessio. Tessio in the post, dishes it to Huntley, bounces right back off, down on the floor. It's just ridiculous at this point. Sam, another jump ball.
10 jump balls.
These teams are being aggressive. This time it goes Hopedale's way. Most games you're lucky to get 2 or 3.
How about 10?
Inbounded by Carpenter all the way to the top to Whedon. Whedon dishes it off to Huntley at the free throw line, back to the corner. Now swung around to Carroll on the right wing. She gets the screen, drives baseline, goes up with it, and a travel is going to be called.
There is an actual chance that there, based on the way this game's going, that there could be more jump balls in this game than Drury scores points at this rate.
Well, we'll see. Right now they're at 19.
We'll see what happens.
10 on the other side. Drury started to get a couple of buckets to fall. Just the one field goal made, though, in the quarter. As McGrath picks up her dribble and now has to dish it off to Vidal. Vidal working and gets it poked away by Huntley. Here's Carroll with Huntley to her side, and it gets swiped away by McGrath, who came back from behind. It'll be Hopedale ball.
Hopedale has only made Drury has only made one field goal since the first quarter. Gotta see if they can get something to fall here.
Whedon's gonna pull the 3, can't get it to fall. Ball on the ground again, but this time picked up by Drury. Handed over to Vidal. Vidal brings it across to the front court for the Blue Devils. Off to McGrath, who's done a lot of the scoring so far. Dribbles to the right wing. Picks it up, thought about the shot. Now gives it off to Moser, who's going to drive the lane, goes underneath with the left hand, gets it to fall. A nice finish there, makes it 33-21, Hopedale, 1:46 to go in the third.
There you go.
Phoebe Carroll picks up her dribble, dishes it off to Carpenter. That one gets the Drury fan base back into it as they chant defense. Carpenter's going to drive with her right, picks it up, and she travels. She couldn't hang on to that pivot foot. Drury with the ball and trying to gain some momentum.
We've had a couple of travels here by Hopedale in the past 90 seconds or so. Got to wonder how that's gonna fare.
1:33 on the clock. Inbounded by McGrath. Now Hopedale going with a full court press as well. McGrath's going to use the screen and take it all the way. She's going to go coast to coast. Too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Whedon, who gets fouled by Moser on the floor. And I believe that might be their team limit. It is. So in the bonus now is Hopedale. They'll go to line for 2.
So now for the rest of the third quarter, regardless of where the foul is and who takes it, there'll be 2 free throws every foul.
There has been a lot of fouls in this game, I will say that as well. A lot more than usual as Whedon sets up for the first free throw. That one hits off the front rim and bounces off to the left. Misses out. Still a 12-point lead for Hopedale. Bounces the ball a couple of times, spins it in the hands. The second free throw hits off the front rim and bounces its way down. Makes it 34-21 Hopedale. Brought up quickly. Now over to Moser on the near side wing. She tries to work in the post. Battling down on Carroll. Goes underneath. A nifty little move from Moser.
Nice play by Moser, getting a little bit of a dipsy-do around the defender, getting 2 points.
Huntley is now going to go with the floater from the free throw line. Can't get that one to fall. Drury rebounds. 34-23. A minute to go in this third quarter. McGrath almost loses her handle. Dishes it off to Ashlyn Hayden. Down low. Feed the hot hand Ava Moser, who gives it away. It's Lexi Carroll. Picks it up. Got to get it across the front court as well. Now over to Phoebe Carroll. They set up. Dish to the far side for Whedon. Thought about the 3. Now Lexi Carroll is going to pull her first 3 of the game. Can't get it to fall off the front rim. Saved by Drury. Gives it to Whedon, who can't get the 3 to go. Almost kept back in. That one is going to come off of Delaney Hayden. It'll be Hopedale ball.
Why did Drury save that? She didn't have to in that situation. Why did she save that ball? If that ball went out of bounds, it would have been her ball.
It would have been now 32 seconds on the shot clock. Hopedale can hold for the last shot if they want, but they're going to go down low for Phoebe Carroll. Goes up for it, gets fouled on the post fade. 27.6 on the clock. 34-23 Hopedale leads. Phoebe Carroll to the line for 2.
Phoebe Carroll has been their most crucial player here today. Some big points trying to build off that going into the fourth quarter.
Carroll's first free throw is good, and something You might notice him about Phoebe Carroll's free throws is they're basically line drives.
They're right at the rim. There's no arc in it, really. There's like maybe a 2-inch arc. It's a line drive, and she nails it both times.
Well, I mean, if you make it, you can't fault her.
No, not at all.
36-23 is the lead. 23 seconds on the clock. Drury's going to drive the lane. Ashlyn Hayden can't get it to fall. Phoebe Carroll picks it up with 17 seconds left to go. Hopedale would be wise to just hold on and set up for the last shot. We'll see what they do. It's to Whedon. Works it down low for Huntley, who's going to work in the block. Goes off the glass. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded, picked up by Drury. They got 3 seconds left to go. Ashlyn Hayden's going to go all the way to the hoop and can't get it to fall at the buzzer. 36-23. Hopedale leads over Drury in the MIAA Division 5 state championship game right here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is M from Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, wishing the Hopedale Blue Raiders girls the best of luck tonight.
From post-game dinners to team celebrations, Cristiano Pizza has slices, grinders, and family favorites everybody loves.
Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, cheering on the Blue Raiders and everyone listening on my FM Local Sports Network.
Hey, this is Jay with Full Service Junk Removal in Natick. From construction debris to furniture, yard waste, scrap metal, even hot tubs, we haul it all. Need a dumpster? We got you covered. Give us a call at 617-838-4977.
Full service junk removal in Natick, clearing the way for local teams and families to win. FullServiceJunkREM.com.
Back here in Lowell at the Songa Center for the Division 5 State Championship Girls Basketball game where Hopedale currently leads Drury 36-23. Dylan Montgomery alongside me, Sam Smith.
Today's presentation of MyFM Local Sports Network is brought to you in part by the Tailwind Tavern in Hopedale, where good food, great company, and genuine hospitality come together. And by Pepperoncinis. Get your wings before the game and after.
Well, 13-point deficit. And, I mean, I thought the ball would be Hopedale's for the fourth quarter, which is interesting. But it's gonna be Drury's ball. Down by 13 points, 8 minutes left to go here. They got to find some shots to fall.
Drury has a lot of work to do if they want to win this one here today.
It's in the hands of Shepard on the near side wing. Swung all the way across. It's in now hands of Ashlyn Hayden, who centers herself, now drives the lane, and it's going to be a carry.
Yeah, couldn't quite do that. Can't quite do that if you're Hayden there, so possession coming up here for Hopedale.
Now brought up by Lexi Carroll. No full court press this time from Drury yet. And bounded to Fafard. She's going to settle on the right wing. Now dishes off to Whedon. Waiting for the cutting Carroll. In the post, fades away, can't get it to fall. And rebounded there by McGrath. McGrath is going to push the pace. She's trying to go all the way. Goes up with it, blocked by Huntley.
Whew, what a block.
Now Carroll, guarded by McGrath, gives it up to Fafard. Fafard carrying, driving, thought about the mid-range. Now in the corner for Lexi Carroll. Up top for Fafard. Resets things at the top of the arc. Drives in, goes with the mid-range, can't get it to fall. Ball is loose, rebounded there, and brought up by Ashlyn Hayden. She's going to try and go coast to coast, goes hard in, and gets the foul on Huntley. And that's going to be her fourth personal.
So Hopedale, as much as they're winning here, they are in foul trouble with Fafard and with Huntley both having 4 fouls.
So we'll see if they choose to keep Huntley in the game or not. Huntley tried to stand there tall to just absorb the contact, but gets a foul initiated by Ashlyn Hayden, the junior guard. Her first free throw off the front rim and misses. So she'll set up for the second one. 36-23. 6:51 left to go in the game. Makes the second one, makes it a 12-point game. Inbounded to Fafard. Here's the full court press once again. Thrown cross court over to Lexi Carroll. Lexi Carroll's going to dribble it over herself. She's trying to get over the front court, finally does. Gets double teamed underneath. Hits it off of a player. No, she stepped out of bounds first. Coach Rogie is upset because he was calling for a timeout.
Yeah, he wanted a timeout but didn't get it because the referee was too busy looking at the ball instead of the coach.
So Drury inbounding from the near side. It'll be McGrath. They trail by 12. Still plenty of time for them to try and mount a comeback. They got to start making some shots. Dished over to Addison Shepard. Poked away by Whedon, who picks it up. She's going to drive the lane, stops, and she gets fouled. It's going to be on the floor. Foul is going to come on Ashlyn Hayden.
Yeah. That's her only second foul, so she's not in trouble yet with the line, but got to be careful.
The ball will be underneath the hoop. Fafard's going to give it to Carroll. Back to Fafard, who thought about the corner three. Will now pull back up, trying to dish down low for Carroll. Goes high over it, gets blocked, swatted in by Huntley, taken away by Addison Shepard. Now pushed up by Ella Bond. On the far side wing, swing pass all the way across to McGrath, who's going to drive the lane, goes with the floater, gets fouled. She has been drawing fouls left and right.
Especially here in the second half. She has just been a menace trying to get fouls. The problem is she can't make both her free throws here. She's been averaging getting 50% from the line the second half.
So McGrath setting up, looking to go 2 for 2. Her first one, that one falls, nothing but net. Now an 11-point game with 6:08 left to go in this fourth quarter on the MyFM Local Sports Network.
Manageable for Drury here.
Second free throws up, and she swishes that one as well. It's down to a 10-point game again, and we are going to get a timeout by Drury as they try and reset things with 6:08 left to go. Hopedale leads 36-26 right here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is John, owner of Done Right Asphalt Repair. We handle asphalt paving and repairs, seal coating, crack sealing for both residential and commercial properties. We do it the right way.
When your pavement needs a comeback, make the smart play. Asphalt done right.
DoneRightAsphaltRepair.com.
Back at the Songa Center in Lowell on the MyFM Local Sports Network. Dome Primary alongside me, Sam Smith. Hopedale currently leading Drury 36-26 in the MIAA Division 5 state championship game for girls basketball.
Today's game is brought to you by Milford Tire and Service at Route 140 in Hopedale, where your tires are their business. And by Full Service Junk Removal out of Natick, fast, reliable junk removal and cleanouts when you need it most. And by Done Right Asphalt Repair, serving Upton and the surrounding area. It's asphalt done right.
Well, it's now down to a 10-point lead for Hopedale. Drury started to fight their way back in. 6 minutes to go. Hopedale needs to start making some buckets too.
Yeah, they need to start pulling away because you could see Drury, they're slowly starting to crawl back, mainly using the free throw line, but they're slowly starting to crawl back. Hopedale needs a few baskets to try to put this one away here.
Fafard brings it up into the front court. She is double teamed, tries to swing it over to Lexi Carroll, finds it there, and now dished into the corner for Whedon. Now Lexi Carroll from the right wing for three, can't get it to fall, rebounded by Drury.
Both teams have struggled from the three-point line today.
Ashlyn Hayden gets it up to McGrath. The stretch pass over to Ella Bond. She's going to pull the three-pointer, and she hits it.
Wow.
36-29, and when Drury starts hitting their threes, they can get hot real quickly.
This is going to get really interesting now.
Phoebe Carroll almost gets it taken away from her, over to Lexi Carroll, who didn't want to take the three just yet. Trying to settle things down. Here's Fafard at the top of the arc now. Slowly works over to the right wing. Dish to the left wing to Lexi Carroll. Work down low for Phoebe Carroll. She's wide open. She gets fouled. Gets taken down now low.
Yeah, that was a hard foul by Ava Moser, but Phoebe Carroll going to get two shots coming up here. And these are crucial free throws here for Hopedale.
And Carroll was laboring to get herself back up. It was just kind of a miscommunication on the defensive side. And Moser just took the foul that she needed to. You can't be giving away 3 points like that. Carroll's first free throw, she nails it. 37-29, back to an 8-point lead.
The line drive technique of the line is still working for her.
A couple pounds of the ball, puts this one up. Can't get it to fall. Hits off the side of the rim, rebounded by Mosier. It's an 8-point game. Brought up by McGrath. McGrath settles things down with 5:11 to go in the fourth quarter. Hands the ball off to Ella Bond. Now down low. Here's Shepard. Can't get it to go. Blocked by Huntley. Carroll with the rebound. Phoebe Carroll settles on the right wing. Drives down low, now working in the post on the right side. Puts the ball up, it's blocked. Rebounded by Fafard, who goes up with it, gets fouled.
Wow. This game's getting really tight, isn't it, Dylan?
Great rebounding effort on the glass from Fafard, working her way around there. Has managed to stay out of getting a foul in this entire second half. She can continue to be aggressive. Her first free throw, puts it up, hits off the front rim, hits off the backboard and out. Each team making a substitution. And Fafard will go to the line for her second free throw. Just missed the first one. Settles in. Second one's up. That one hits off the front rim. Rebounded, and Bond is going to come away with it. Keeps it in. 0 for 2 from the line. An 8-point game. Delaney Hayden. They set up the play. Over to Bond. On the right side wing. Dished back up top for McGrath. Now worked on over to Ashlyn Hayden. Gives it to Mosier. Straight away. Now back on over to the left wing. Working around the top here, Ella Bond. She's trying to throw it down low. Almost gives it away. Picked back up by Delaney Hayden. Out for McGrath. 5 seconds on the clock. Trying to put it up. Blocked away. And the jump ball.
11.
This one is going Hopedale's way. Full court press coming.
And as there should be with 4 minutes to go in a state championship game, when you're down 8, of course you're pressing here.
Lexi Carroll to Phoebe Carroll. She gets the screen, gets it into the front court. Picks up her dribble, and she's going to throw it up, and it's going to be out of bounds. Coach Rogie wanted a timeout, but the ball was in the air by the time he wanted it. Luckily, Hopedale hangs on to it. Ball out near side, 37-29. Hopedale leads Drury, 4:07 left to go. This one's lobbed all the way up towards Phoebe Carroll underneath, gets double teamed, gets the ball swatted away from her, kicks it out to Huntley, takes it along two, blocked by Bond. Now pushing the pace is Delaney Hayden. On the left side, picks back up. Bond from the corner for three, hits another one. It's a 5-point game, 37-32.
Where did this come from?
And timeout called by Hopedale as Ella Bond gets hot from three. 3:44 left to go here in the Division 5 state championship game for girls basketball. It's getting crazy here in Lowell, Massachusetts on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is M from Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, wishing the Hopedale Blue Raiders girls the best of luck tonight.
From post-game dinners to team celebrations, Cristiano Pizza has slices, grinders, and family favorites everybody loves.
Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, cheering on the Blue Raiders and everyone listening on my FM Local Sports Network.
Back here at the Tsonga Center, that's starting to get hyped up, especially the Drury fans as they bring it within 5, 37-32 on the MyFM Local Sports Network. Dylan Montgomery alongside me, Sam Smith, with 3:44 left to go in the fourth quarter.
And today's presentation of the MyFM Local Sports Network is brought to you by Atria Draper Place in Hopedale, where living means no longer having to worry about coordinating the conveniences of daily life, so you can focus on comfort, connection, and enjoying each day to the fullest. And by Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, proud to be the post-game meal for Blue Raiders athletics all season long.
Well, Sim, while I was watching film and checking out this Drury team, Ella Bond was absolutely cashing from three-point land, and she was not really able to hit many shots in the first half and didn't start connecting till now, where she has 2 3-pointers in this fourth quarter.
And I feel like it's a case of she needed one to fall for the rest to fall. It's like she needed one for the dam to break, and I think that's exactly what's going on here with just under 4 minutes to go.
Ball inbounded in the backcourt by Hopedale. On the near side, gets it into Phoebe Carroll, as now they bring it into the front court on the right wing. Carroll going to work her way down low underneath, tries to put it up and does it herself. She will try and take over this game, 39-32.
And in a way she has. What a play.
3:27 to go in this quarter and this game, brought up by McGrath. Works her way over to the far side, going to drive on in, pushes it up, but she gets fouled and draws it, and that one is going to come up against Fafard. That's her 4th personal.
That's her 5th. She's out.
Oh, that's her 5th one.
That's her 5th foul. She's out of the game.
I didn't know when she drew her 4th one.
That's why they pulled her earlier, because that was her 4th foul. They had to protect her for the 4th quarter. Wow.
So she's going to be out for the remaining 3 minutes, and she's visibly upset about it. The first free throw from McGrath. That one falls on in. Makes it a 6-point lead. Hopedale going to have to battle off the shoulders of senior captain Phoebe Carroll. That one's up and that one falls. That's good. It's now a 5-point game. Phoebe Carroll inbounds it to Lexi Carroll, who gets double teamed and gives the ball right back away. And jump ball, no, a timeout is called first by Hopedale. Coach Rogie was able to just about get it off in time, says the official. 3:16 left to go, a 5-point game. We'll be right back here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is Jay with Full Service Junk Removal in Natick. From construction debris to furniture, yard waste, scrap metal, even hot tubs, we haul it all. Need a dumpster? We got you covered. Give us a call at 617-838-4977.
Full service junk removal in Natick, clearing the way for local teams and families to win. FullServiceJunkREM.com.
Great teams know success comes from support, community, and strong connections. And that's exactly what you'll find at Atria Draper Place in Hopedale. At Atria Draper Place, residents enjoy comfortable senior living with delicious dining, beautiful spaces, engaging activities, and a full calendar of events through Atria's Engage Life program, focused on exercise, connection, nutrition, and purpose. Whether it's breakfast with friends, an afternoon on the veranda, life at Atria Draper Place is designed to help you live well and stay connected. Come see the community for yourself. Schedule your personal visit today at atriaseniorliving.com.
Back here in Lowell, Massachusetts for the Division V Girls Basketball State Championship between Drury and Hopedale. Hopedale's lead is cut down to 5 now. Full court press coming from Drury in the backcourt. Given into Phoebe Carroll, who picks it up and brings it into the front court. 3 minutes on the clock. Picks up her dribble to Phoebe Carroll. Now dished up top to Whedon. Now over to Lexi Carroll. Back up top with Phoebe Carroll. Huntley going to set up the screen. Gets it and gets the switch. Now working on Mosier. Dribbles off her own leg. Picked up by Whedon, who throws it over to Casey. Now to Phoebe Carroll, who drives the lane. Tries to put up the tough shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Drury. It's in the hands of Megan McGrath, senior captain, who's been trying to will this Blue Devils team in by drawing all those fouls. Gets the screen up top. Gets the switch to Huntley down low. And a travel is going to be called. Wow. It'll go the other way. Drury's full court press has been working well, though, and they're going to have to keep trying to beat it, will the Blue Raiders. Throwing this one deep over to Mia Casey, who picks it up in the front court. She's going to try and go all the way before it's poked away by Bond, but Hopedale accomplishes their goal.
The butterflies in my stomach are picking up. I'm sure they are in yours, Dylan, and those who are listening at home. But imagine these players right now. Hopedale takes another timeout.
Yeah, Hopedale's going to reset things with 2:32. Still a 5-point lead for the Blue Raiders. We'll be right back here on MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is John, owner of Done Right Asphalt Repair. We handle asphalt paving and repairs, seal coating, crack sealing for both residential and commercial properties. We do it the right way.
When your pavement needs a comeback, make the smart play. Asphalt done right.
DoneRightAsphaltRepair.com.
Back here at the Songa Center in Lowell, 39-34. The Hopedale Blue Raiders lead over Drury with 2:32 left to go in the game.
And today's presentation of the MIAA Division V State Championship Girls Basketball game here on the MyFM Local Sports Network is brought to you by Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale. Proud to be the post-game meal for Blue Raiders athletics all season long. They have a 5-point lead with 2:32 to go here, Dylan.
Yeah, it's intense, Sam. It's definitely picked up a lot. And Hopedale now is kind of struggling to get their offense going in these last couple of minutes since Drury has really kind of gained. It seems like the adrenaline is kicking in a lot for them.
It absolutely is. It's kicking in up here in the broadcast booth.
It'll be inbounded underneath the hoop by Lexi Carroll on the far side as they set up the play. It's going to be thrown all the way up top towards Phoebe Carroll. 2:30 on the clock. She's going to drive the right side, goes with the mid-range, takes it off the glass and in. 41-34.
Unstoppable. That's the best word I can use to describe her right now. Unstoppable.
McGrath trying to find Bond, and draped all over her is Mia Casey. She is not getting an inch of room. Swats that one away at first, now giving up to Mosier. Now swung all the way. McGrath is going to pull the three. Can't get it to fall. Whedon tries to save it and throws it into Huntley. Great effort from Whedon. Carroll now picks it up.
The floor.
Gets it over to Huntley, who brings it over into the front court and finally does. 1:50 on the clock. A 7-point lead. Carroll drives in with the right hand, floats that one up, and just can't get it to fall. Huntley with the rebound, puts it back in! 43-34. Bond brings it all the way up herself, kicks it into the corner. Thought about the three to Delaney Hayden. She's going to drive the lane. Now she's going to kick up top to Ella Bond. Bond for three from deep. Can't get it to fall, and it goes out of bounds. 1:25 on the clock.
Drury really needed that three to fall.
Layla Huntley had a huge putback to put them up 9. Lexi Carroll to inbound, finds Phoebe Carroll. Still have to get it over half court. Phoebe Carroll, dish now to Lexi Carroll, who gets it across with 1:18 to go, a 9-point lead. Here's Phoebe Carroll. Down for Mia Casey, gets swatted away, picked up by Drury. Now up to McGrath. McGrath is going to drive the lane herself. She gets fouled. That one's going to come up against Lexi Carroll. A good foul, though, from the Blue Raiders.
Yeah, in that situation, not the worst thing to take a foul, but the problem is she's going to get to the line for 2 shots. McGrath, again, I feel like she's had like 25 free throw attempts here in the second half. That number's not accurate, but that's the way what it feels like right now.
It does for sure as she sets herself up once again. Her last trip to the line, she went 2 for 2. This one hits off the back, and it hit everything but the net on that one.
That is easily the most unlucky free throw I think I might have ever seen in my life. Just bounced around everything and just fell out.
And McGrath was staring at the net thinking, how did that not fall down?
Probably thinking, you got to be kidding me.
Because if you think about the free throws that haven't been made, there's been at least 7 or 8, which could put this in a much tighter game for Drury.
For sure.
Still a 9-point lead with 1:06. The second free throw, that one falls like butter. It'll be inbounded on the baseline by Lexi Carroll to Phoebe Carroll. She's got plenty of space to bring this all the way up into the front court, and you think there'd be no rush to try and put a shot up. Now here's for Lexi Carroll. Coach Rogie just settling them down, swatting both his hands down, saying calmly, let's keep possession of this ball. Picks it up, throws it off of the feet. Good done, well done there by Chloe Carpenter. Good awareness.
Yeah, well done. Just trying to keep possession here. You have 50 seconds to a state championship. You're up 8. Protect your lead and run away with hardware.
Lexi Carroll's going to throw it all the way up to Phoebe Carroll, who got inside position, puts it up. She gets fouled underneath, and she's going to go to the line for 2.
And these 2 free throws could be the dagger if she can make both of them here.
And you got to think, I don't know why they're not doubling Phoebe Carroll. On every inbound play they've had on this near side, they've just chucked it down low. But you got to give a lot of credit to Phoebe Carroll, who gets that inside positioning as well.
Absolutely.
Her first free throw's up, cashes it in, makes it a 10-point game. It's going to take near perfection from this Blue Devils team to try and mount a comeback. It's 45 and can't get that one to fall. So a 9-point game brought up by McGrath. She's going to go all the way up, dishes to Ella Bond, who tries to hit a 3, can't get it to fall, and smartly just letting that one fall out was Whedon. 36.2 on the clock, and we'll see what Drury decides to go here. Obviously, they'll probably full court press.
Yeah, they have to.
Lexi Carroll is setting up, waiting, and she's going to throw it on in to Carpenter. Carpenter gets fouled, and I believe that's going to send her to the line. That is the team limit. So into the bonus go the Blue Raiders. Carpenter, I know does not have a point. I'm not sure if she's even attempted a shot yet today. I guess if you're Drury, that's probably the player you wanted to foul.
I guess so, but we'll see if she can make them.
So Carpenter settles herself at the free throw line. That one misses out. Hits both sides of the rim.
I'd say she just needs this one, and this game's pretty much locked up.
Carpenter, the sophomore guard for the Blue Raiders. Puts that one up and gets that one to fall. Now brought up the ball is the Blue Devils. Brought up by Vidal. Given to McGrath. 25 seconds on the clock, and a travel is going to be called. There's 10 seconds on the clock, or 10-point difference in the scoreboard, 25 seconds on the clock. Drury's not going to give up just yet, though. Lexi Carroll inbounding, trying to wave Phoebe Carroll towards the front court. She's going to try and just turn away from the hoop. Dishes over to Lexi Carroll, who's going to get fouled. And she'll go to the line off the foul from Vidal. 20.3 on the clock.
And they're hugging on the floor. They know it.
Anna Fafard can breathe now. She was quite upset when she got taken out from foul trouble as Lexi Carroll hits the free throw. And Hopedale will just clear out from the free throw. It's 46-35. Spins the ball, does Lexi Carroll. Puts this one up. It doesn't fall. Rebounded by Drury. Picked up by McGrath. Swung over to the far side. Pulling the three is Ashlyn Hayden. Can't get it to fall. And stolen away. Right back by Drury. 8 seconds on the clock. Ashlyn Hayden was going to pull the three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Phoebe Carroll, and she's going to be fouled. No quitting Vidal. She's not letting anything go. There's 2.3 seconds on the clock. Phoebe Carroll is going to get to add 2 more points to her total in her high school career.
Well, at least she has the chance to do so. We'll see if she can sink both these here.
Just some ceremonial free throws for Phoebe Carroll. Knocks that one down. Makes it 47-35. Her second free throw. She puts up and tucks that one in as well. And we're going to get a couple changes. It's going to bring on the seniors for Drury to get Nora Wood and Ava Mosier out there. 48-35 is the score. Drury's got a chance to huck one more up. It's going to be inbounded, and McGrath is not even going to try. And for the second time in their program's history, the Hopedale Blue Raiders are Division V champions. The celebration at midcourt, and then, of course, going to Coach Rogie. First was Phoebe Carroll, where it all started back in 2022. They won their first ever state title. And now to finish off their career, Phoebe Carroll and Anna Fafard, along with Coach Rogie, are 2-time champions.
Congratulations to Hopedale. They pulled away. The amount that Drury had to come back from was too surmountable for Drury to come back from. Hopedale, well-deserved state champions, pulling off the 2-1 win defeat here today. What a victory for this Hopedale team. Congratulations to Drury on a great year, but Hopedale absolutely deserved to win this one here today.
It was a phenomenal game from Hopedale. The final score, 48-35. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back for the post-game show right here on the MyFM Local Sports Network, MyFM 101.3.
Hey, this is M from Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, wishing the Hopedale Blue Raiders girls the best of luck tonight.
From post-game dinners to team celebrations, Cristiano Pizza has slices, grinders, and family favorites everybody loves.
Cristiano Pizza in Hopedale, cheering on the Blue Raiders and everyone listening on my FM Local Sports Network.
Don't be fooled by the name Pepperoncini's Pizzeria. It's not just pizza. Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill at East Main Street in Milford is a family restaurant with a full menu for your full family. From their great tasting appetizers to game time wings on the bone tossed in a multitude of different flavors. Pepperoncini's offers catering for all corporate events as well as private parties. For the best pizza in the Milford area, it's Pepperoncini's. Bring the family to Pepperoncini's Pizzeria and Grill. You won't leave hungry. Gluten-free pizza on the menu.
Back here in Lowell, Massachusetts at the Tsongas Center, congratulations to the Hopedale Blue Raiders, who are the Division V girls basketball champions, beating Drury 48-35. A phenomenal feat here for the girls team, their second time in program history, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely well-deserved, especially if you're Anna and Phoebe. This is your last time playing for this Hopedale team. What better way to go out than go out on top as the state champions? And if you're watching the replay of this game on our YouTube channel, which will be going up in a few days, you can see the presentation happening right now, the huge group picture happening right now at center court here at the Tsongas Center. Absolutely scenes here. And you can see the Hopedale fans, family, friends, students, all here to support them here on this glorious day here in Tsonga Center.
A phenomenal job by the Hopedale Blue Raiders, getting to face all their family, friends, and of course the student section, which they're now going to run on over to and celebrate with all of their friends in the student section. Hopedale are champions, and we're going to go ahead and announce our Pepperoncinis player of the game, and it's pretty obvious. It's probably their MVP of the entire year. It was Phoebe Carroll tonight.
Phoebe Carroll, as I mentioned earlier, what better way to go out on top than winning the state championship? And if it was not for her, there would not be a state championship going back to Hopedale. She was crucial, not just tonight, but all season long, but especially today. She was the driving force of this Hopedale offense, which led her team, the Blue Raiders, to their second state title in school history.
Yeah, just absolutely amazing. And there's nothing better than getting to go celebrate with all of the students. And these students who traveled all the way here, they traveled out to every single game. They came and cheered them on. They are just as big as a part of this team as the players out there on the court. A tremendous job. Got to give credit to all of the Blue Raiders on this team. I mean, obviously we mentioned Anna Fafard, and while she did foul out of the game, she did play a big part, and she played a big part leading up to this game as well, because you can't forget that too.
Absolutely. Anna Fafard, she's got nothing to be ashamed of. Of course, maybe in her head she's like, I wish I was out there for the final seconds to win the title. But absolutely, she worked her tail off along with this entire team to get to this point. And if you're Anna, if you're Phoebe, you've got to be proud of what you've done here with Hopedale over the last few years.
Yeah, and just to give credit to everyone on the roster, right, you've got Mia Casey, who's also a senior out there. She's playing her last minutes, and she was a pretty big part of this game. She played a lot bigger part in this game than she did in the semifinal game. Yep. She was out there playing it hard down low, playing great defense. I mean, there was the relentless defense over here on Ella Bond as well. But we want to give credit to all the players: Chloe Carpenter, Lexi Carroll, Jenna Whedon, Kylie Tessio, Mackenzie Viens, Layla Huntley, and Lucy Mandeville, all a part of this championship team. It's something you just will never forget.
Absolutely not. I mean, I got to give credit to Jenna Whedon. One of the crucial moments of this game was her and one in the earlier in this one in the third quarter. Absolutely crucial to kind of pull away at that stage in the game when Drury couldn't really get anything to go. Hopedale getting that and one was huge for this one. So congratulations to Hopedale on this state championship.
Well, that is going to close things out here for the winter season on the MyFM Local Sports Network. It was just absolutely phenomenal, the trip that we got to go through. I want to thank Rachel Geddes back at the studio for being our producer and pushing all the buttons. Ty McCormick on the camera right next to us. Alongside me, Sam Smith. I'm Dylan Pretemery, closing out the winter season with a bang. Hopedale is the Division 5 state champions, defeating Drury 48-35. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
When you sponsor the MyFM Media Local Sports Network, you're not just supporting high school football, hockey, basketball, soccer, and Milford Legion baseball, you're supporting the heart of our community. And here's the win. Local sports deliver a loyal audience, parents, students, boosters, teachers, and fans all tuning in all season long. Your business gets unmatched visibility across radio, streaming, digital, and social. It's the home team advantage, and it works. Stand out, give back, grow your business. Become a local sports network sponsor at myfmdigital.com. Book a meeting today.